Welcome to the Recharge Ministry Bible Study Conference Call.
We finally made it. Another Tuesday.
Yeah, thank God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Correct.
Okay, one more in prayer.
Yeah, let's go.
Father God, we come before you, thanking you, God. Thanking you for yet another day, oh God. Oh God, we just thank you, oh God, for just being who you are, oh God, who you are in our lives, oh God. Oh God, we just thank you for loving us, oh God. Oh God, we just love and adore you, oh God. We give you all the praise and glory that's due unto your name. Oh God, we just thank you. And we ask you, oh God, right now, oh God, as we go forth into this deeper into your word, oh God, into the Bible study, oh God, we just ask that you open up our hearts and minds, oh God, open our ears to hear, oh God, and open our hearts, oh God, we just asking, oh God, that you help us to be not only listeners of your word, but doers of your word, oh God, use your servant like never before today, oh God. Oh God, give him strength he needs, oh God, to just speak your word like never before, oh God. Oh God, just use him, oh God, speak in him and speak through him, oh God. Oh God, give him your word, what you would have him to say, taking nothing from it, adding nothing to it, oh God. Oh God, just allow him, oh God, to be your vessel, oh God. Oh God, so we just thank you, oh God, for this day, this moment, oh God, that you've given us. Oh God, we just thank you, oh God, for just allowing us to continue to come before you, oh God. Oh God, giving us hearts and minds to want to learn more of you, oh God, and get closer to you, oh God. So we thank you in Jesus' name, amen.
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 Sweet. Fire that sweet little prayerful voice. Yeah, we appreciate it. So here we go, man. We in John chapter 6. And I know Deborah is super familiar with this because I know they went over this a lot in school. This chapter is real popular, especially among students. And
right, it's a very teachable chapter. You are correct.
Yeah, we used to deal with this a lot, and when I was in prison, and remember I was telling you yesterday where God was having me like focus on the deity of Christ.
Correct.
So the book of John is where we came, and I used to stay put in John, the 6th chapter. And one of the things that really jump out, and I know they teach this in seminary too, is this chapter has been labeled. It has the what they call the 7 I ams in it, where Jesus made these claims of I am, and I am is a title of God that he gave to Moses. What he revealed to Moses is his title, but he revealed it to Moses. And the Jews went on to know that title, I am, as this is God's personal name. And it was so holy to them that even Jewish writers, when they began writing the Old Testament in the Hebrew language, they wouldn't even write the full letters out, and so this is a very popular chapter. There's a lot here, so I'm going to do my best. I just got this scripture, but it's a real good scripture, and so yes, the 6th chapter, and I'm going to just see how far I can go. I like to get down to where he gives the claim of being the bread of life. And that's a revelation, actually, that he's doing. So let's start reading in the 6th chapter.
And begin at the first verse, or?
Oh, yeah. Just read.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stop you.
Okay. After this,
It's a long
Jesus
chapter,
crossed-
but I'll read. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Sir.
John 6. After this, Jesus crossed over to the far side of the Sea of Galilee, also known as the Sea of Tiberias. A huge crowd kept following him wherever he went because they saw his miracles, his miraculous signs as he healed the sick. Then Jesus climbed a hill and sat down with his disciples around him. It was nearly...
Stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
What version is that?
Oh, sorry. The New Living Translation. Let me go to the NIV.
Okay, yeah, let's go to the NIV, because that's one I got.
NIV, okay. Okay, I apologize. I didn't realize I was
It's okay. It's a good translation. I just wasn't familiar with it.
Okay, so I'm at the NIV. We're going to start again at John 6, first verse in the NIV version. Sometime after this, Jesus crossed to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee. That is the Sea of Tiberias. And a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. Then Jesus went up on the mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover festival was near. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, he said to Philip, Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat? He asked this only to test him, for he already had in mind what he was going to do. Philip answered him, It would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have a bite. Another of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. But how far would they go among so many? Jesus answered, Have the people sit down. There was plenty of grass in that place, and they sat down. About 5,000 men were there. Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. When they had all had enough to eat, he said to his disciples, Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted. So they gathered them and filled 12 baskets with the pieces of the 5 barley loaves left over by those who had eaten. After the people saw the sign Jesus performed, they began to say, Surely this is the prophet who is to come into the world. Jesus, knowing that they intended to come and make him king by force, withdrew again to the mountain by himself.
Okay, let's start right there. Okay, so now we're going to start right there. So let's go back through it. So, here's Jesus' fourth. It's recorded that this is his 4th sign that he's performing. And John picks up in this chapter where he says, sometime after this. So what is that? Well, he just left Jerusalem, where the heat was on in Jerusalem. The Pharisees, they was looking for him. Because, the Pharisees, you know who they are. We've been dealing with them for a few weeks now. So they looking for him because they don't like what's going on. They don't like what he's doing, and they're trying to find some accusations on him. So it was their business to be present, to keep an eye on him and to spy on him and to watch. the things they do because they was accumulating a case against him. And so now Jesus, he don't really flee Jerusalem, but he leaves there because he knows it's not his time to be captured yet. And so he goes on to this place and says he went to the Sea of Galilee, and a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. So Jesus had went along doing miracles, and these people started getting word of it, and they were seeing it. And so now they following him. And so suddenly a crowd, a big crowd, thousands has accumulated. This is how popular Jesus was. And that's another reason why the Pharisees hated him, because that fast, he traveled only about 20 miles from Jerusalem to this area, and that quick, a big crowd accumulated. All right, so in the third verse it says, then Jesus went up on the mountainside and sat down with his disciples, and it was the Jewish Passover. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, he said to Philip, where shall we buy bread for these people to eat? Now Jesus, being full of compassion, and he's knowing of what people need, and he's like, you know, these people come from afar, and they traveling over hills. It was a hilly territory, and finally they come to this mountain. And in this area, it was a desert-like area. But where Jesus chose to stop at, it was like a lot of grass. And so it was kind of like a pasture area. And so Jesus chose a great place to stop and rest because he knew what he was going to do. And also he was thinking about the people. You know, let's come out of the desert. I know y'all tired. We've been traveling. You know, I've been preaching. I've been healing. You know, Jesus has been working this whole time. You know, been healing people and, you know, teaching and all these different things. So he's ministering. So now he comes to this place and he's going to sit down and he's resting. But at the same time, he's thinking about what he's going to do next. And it's for the people. He's not thinking of himself. And so, in the fifth verse, it says, when Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, you know, this is nonstop. Now, Jesus is actually, at the same time, while he's working, but he still found a place to rest and break for a while. But now the crowd they get closer. So he looked at Philip, and he asked Philip, he says, where shall we buy bread for these people to eat? And he asked this only to test him, for he already had in mind what he was going to do. Talking about Philip. And so, you know, Jesus already knows there's no stores nearby. You know, where they're going to buy bread from for this great multitude. And so here's how Philip answers. And I also believe he asked Philip this also to teach, because Jesus was always teaching his disciples, because he knew he didn't have that much time with them. You know, 3 years, and then he's going to be gone to the cross, and then from the cross, he's going to ascend into heaven. So he knows that these disciples, one day will become apostles, will have to lead the church. So it's a lot they need to learn, and he wants them to learn also the compassion side of things, not just leadership, but he wants them to learn servitude and compassion for people, because that's the way Jesus was. He was constantly always thinking about the people. And so here's what he says. Philip answers in this way. The 7th verse, he says, Philip answered him. He said, it would take more than half